Well, it's 1 degree outside, so it's springtime. It's we're excited. We head out to Las Vegas here on Thursday. Get ready for our opening part of our season. Looking forward just to kind of seeing our team in action. We returned a lot of players from last year, so just the experience I think of this year's team coming in from the fall and just kind of looking at that compared to last year when we came in. It's just it's night and day. Just really looking forward to seeing what these guys can do, I guess, out in the field, and be able to return some of the injured players from last year as well is something that has created a lot of competition for our team this year, created a lot of depth, I guess, in some aspects too for us. So, as we get into the brunt of the season, I think we're going to have a little more depth, hopefully, if we can stay healthy. And yeah, like I mentioned, we're looking forward to seeing some dirt and seeing some sunshine and some warm weather this weekend down in Las Vegas.
Personnel, what do you think is the greatest carryover from last year with these young ladies?
The confidence. The very first day of fall practice this year, you could just tell there's a different vibe out there. They're, just the way they carry themselves, the way they were acting out there, just knowing, I think, of everything that we talked about last year, what we wanted to kind of accomplish, and seeing those type of things, you could just see that, how they carry themselves every single day.
I feel like the group's just gelling very well, maybe at an earlier point than what you would usually see with so many of them coming back?
In some ways, yeah. With so many people being on the field last year that are returning, you start to see that chemistry from day one. We have a pretty tight-knit group, right with our whole team. Doesn't matter what class they are. They all really reach out, they help with each other from our seniors to our freshmen. But that's something that, we preach a lot about, just really having the team chemistry throughout the year, and that's, they've really done a great job of buying into that.
On a different side of things, have you gotten to see the stadium and just kind of the updates? What are your thoughts on that from what you've gotten to see, from what it looks like and all that stuff?
Oh, it's awesome. I think actually one of our players the other day said they can't wait till our first game at home, so it's something we've never heard before. So yeah, it's exciting. I drive by there. I've told Matt this on many occasions. I'll just kind of sit over in the parking lot, just kind of look at it, just going, man, I can't believe we have this sitting out there. So really exciting to have that. We have a lot of great things going forward with it as well. But yeah, we're actually really looking forward to that first home game here.
Over the course of the season, how many games do you take before you kind of evaluate your season? Like baseball, over the course of a full season, they go maybe like in quarters. Where do you evaluate after your first handful of games, or at what point?
We kind of look at it, break it down to weekends, really just to see if we can't get better each weekend. And then you also look at the competition that you're facing each weekend too. So, this first weekend, you already know everybody's excited. I can tell them all these different things, and it's going to go in one ear out the next, because they're just excited to be out in the field and playing. And, we played Minnesota this weekend, so you have a, really strong opponent, and we know very familiar with each other by playing each other a lot. So this weekend, you just kind of keep them calm and try to make sure that they do the things that we practiced on all year, and then hopefully we can build off of that.
What or who has kind of stuck out in these winter practices thus far?
I can name some of the ones that you guys are familiar with. Jacqueline's done a great job, and Vanessa Anderson's done a great job. Zoe Stavro, they're the ones that I think have really done consistent and done a really good job the whole winter so far. Some of the newer names, probably like Lauren Reimers, has done a really nice job of just seeing a big improvement out of Lauren. She started a lot of games last year at second base before breaking her hand. Katie Schultz is back playing for us this year after sitting out last year, and just seeing her just the other day we did a scrimmage, and you can see she's back to the old Katie. And that was the first time I'd really kind of seen her be how she was 2 years ago. So there's a lot of other ones. KK Letty is the first time she's actually been healthy the whole year, and so she's had a fall season to actually practice. Where her first 2 years we had to hold her out, so you see the growth in her as well. So a lot of the ones that have been on the field last year continue to improve, but those are probably some ones that have stood out just because they probably had shorter seasons last year.
That sounds terrifying. KK Letty is healthy and ready to go this entire time. She's always been such a standout. Where is she maybe most improved with all that time?
I think a lot of it has come down just in her mentality's gotten stronger. She's gaining more confidence. I think just by the fact of her being able to practice. We did last year. We're not going to publicize it because we're playing games, but she had to pitch the first half of the season with 2 pitches, a fastball and a changeup. And so because her best pitch, she couldn't pitch because it did wear and tear in her body. And so she had a surgery this past year. So you see the confidence in her of actually being able to pitch all of her pitches and improve on her pitches, because it's something, like I mentioned, she's never been able to do her first 2 years here because of how it kind of caused injury in her body. So the confidence of her being able to do that is astronomical. I mean, it's just really exciting to watch her out on the mound when she has that.
Past the wins and losses, from a coaching staff standpoint, what are you guys trying to accomplish in Vegas here?
You know, like I mentioned, just try to get some of the nerves out, some of the excitement out. You know, we want to obviously come back with a successful weekend. You know, you always want to win every game, but you know, it's really tough to do because everybody's in the same boat. It's the first weekend out. You don't know. I mean, you know some things about teams. You know, we played Minnesota this fall, so we're familiar with them. But it's just one of those things you just don't know how people are going to react that first weekend. So if we can come out there and continue to grow and do the things that we're improving on in practice each week, I've seen a lot of great growth so far this off season, or excuse me, this preseason. That if we can continue to grow off of that, I think we have a really, you know, a lot of great things ahead of us.
Is there anything specific you'd like to learn out of this first weekend?
You know, we're going to be playing a lot of people in different times, different positions. I think just learning of how to rotate all the different people that can play. You know, last year with all the injuries we kind of had it down at the end of the year of here's what your role is, here's what you're going to play, and here's what you're going to do. But now, you know, we have 4 really quality good outfielders, you know, and like we've talked with them, obviously you can only play 3 at a time. Who's going to be out there, and how are you going to handle that? How are you going to handle the fact if you're not playing at that time, still supporting your teammate, which they do a great job with. You know, we have, like I mentioned, also Lauren started a lot of games, and Zoe went to second base. Danny Renner played a lot at first, and Vanessa played. You know, we have 2 good catchers in Maddie Hansen and Tabby Hines. So I think as a coach, just trying to establish how we're going to do our rotations compared to what we've probably done, like I said, last year with the injuries.
With the bubble coach, what kind of advantages have you been seeing early on in the season over the past few years that you guys didn't quite have, you know, when you were practicing in the gym?
Oh, it's tough to scrimmage in the BBF, so that was another thing. So, you know, we've been able to do that. And we haven't really done a whole lot of that in the past either. Last year with such a young, inexperienced team, we didn't scrimmage one time in the bubble. So this year, having a little bit more experience, we were able to do that because it was more like skill instruction and situational instruction. So having that, you know, we have 3 half scrimmages, I guess you want to say, that we're able to do now in the bubble that we were never be able to do in the past.
Does that help, I guess, with the understanding of what kind of, you know, defensive lineup is going to work best and it gets the capabilities of some of your players?
It does. Yeah, it does. You know, we did a scrimmage on Friday, and I was thinking afterwards, and I had to go out of town, so I was thinking afterwards as I was driving, I was like, you know, we covered some things on Friday that we usually cover after maybe the first or second weekend. So, and a lot of it's different approaches at bat, how you're getting pitched, how you're kind of looking at things that we kind of shared with our team. And so I was really excited just to know that our players it's just a reminder sometimes for them to kind of get in that game situation where, you know, yeah, sometimes it's taken us some time because we just have, like I mentioned last year with the skill instruction and trying to teach them some more situational things instead of the game things. I think that's a huge start for us.